Welcome back to another exciting episode of our YouTube interview series. And today we have an exceptional guest whose work is shaping the future of intelligent customer experiences. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome Mr. Gino George, the CEO of NeoStats. Under his leadership, NeoStats continues to push boundaries, enabling organizations to deliver real-time and next best experiences that makes a lasting impact. So please welcome Mr. Gino George. Hello Gino, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
I'm doing very good. Thanks for having me, Kajal.
Pleasure is all ours. And let's get started with this special interview session with you. Okay, firstly, I believe that our viewers out there are very much interested to know that the market is full of impressive looking AI solutions that often fail to deliver real value, right? So, what was that defining moment when you realized that this gap was serious enough to build new stats around it? Can you walk us through that first?
Absolutely. And that's very pertinent, Kajal. The
Mm-hmm.
market today and the landscape is full of piecemeal data and AI solutions.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of flashy items, but no genuine value. Uh, of late, right before finding NeoStats, I was a head of analytics and AI for a very large bank in Middle East. And just before we begin a journey of data and AI transformation, we
Mm-hmm.
wanted genuine expertise to help us navigate that journey. Now, again, the market is full of flashy solutions, and we figured out, though, that there is a genuine vacuum of people, a
Mm-hmm.
genuine vacuum of data and AI practitioners who know and understand our data, our domain, understand the challenges, the constraints, the priorities that we work with, and help us go through a structured transformation to generate value, to translate that data into value. And that has been the trigger point. And as you look through, there are very, very few providers who can actually genuinely provide that value with a combination of domain expertise and technical expertise at a price point that makes all these things valuable. Yeah? And that's what Neostats wants to be, is a one-stop data analytics advisory and services firm, helping you become data and AI driven
Mm-hmm.
as a competitive differentiator.
Perfect. And also, we know that NeoStats follows a very structured data to value North Star metric sort of thing, right? So, can you walk us through this philosophy? Like, how does this translates into everyday decision making across your teams and global offices as you are the CEO of the organization?
Absolutely. So at Neostats, like you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
this data to value is a North Star metric that's cascaded down to every single associate.
Mm-hmm.
The philosophy and our measurable unit is agile, time bound ROI. Now, what it means is when you are in a journey of delivering and deploying use cases and capabilities and solutions, you want to deliver things in an agile manner. But what we embrace is every quarter, you need to be able to prove value of that delivery. So that's what we mean by agile time bound ROI. Now, what it helps is it helps you start small, prove value, retire things that doesn't actually show value, scale up things only that earn its key, right? This is what has been a philosophy, and this has become a target operating model
Oh,
even to some of the customers that we actually work with.
okay. Amazing. And also, we know that so many companies chase innovation just for the sake of, innovating, but they really don't follow that. So, in that context, how does New Stack, strike the balance between cutting edge AI development and ensuring that every project delivers measurable ROI? And as we know that innovation has been the forte for the organization. So, can you just walk us through that?
See, for us, innovation is not about chasing awards or being flashy. It
Hmm.
is a way of life for us. In the past, for example, when you work with a customer,
Mhm.
typically the way is you come, you have a discussion, you go through a questionnaire, you write down the business document or the requirements that the customer wants, you prepare documents in terms of design, you deliver things after a period of time, you learn, you iterate, right? At us, what we start off is across all the projects that we've executed, we built what is we call as solution accelerators. These
Mhm.
solution accelerators are our industry learnings championing innovation. So when we meet a customer, we actually show him an innovative solution accelerator that's very well tuned to the thinking and the problem that we have at hand. After that is a series of rapid prototyping, where we look at solution accelerators and some of these innovative capabilities, including agentic AI, to start showing deployable solutions to customer. We take the feedback, we iterate, we optimize, we actually go, and it helps you deliver things at speeds
Mm-hmm.
with very, very high quality. So innovation for us is the way we conduct our business. Yeah. Now that also translates to the way we actually do business, right? And we have these four principles, which starts with by saying it's not about innovation for innovation's sake or build a model. It's about delivering value. What is the value that we want to achieve?
Mm-hmm.
And second, once we know the value that we want to achieve, how do you govern it from day one
Mm-hmm.
with the right set of foundation? And you build small sequence iterative steps so that you scale the things that require to be scaled, and
Mm-hmm.
you treat innovation as an operating model change, not just as another, award chasing flashy use case. Yeah.
Indeed. Perfect. And as we know that year 2025 has been, a milestone year for NeoStats, right? And especially in terms of high inbound referrals and multiple Microsoft specializations. So, what do you think that has triggered this growth, this turning point, and how did it validate your strategy so far?
No, absolutely. So I think early on when we started being a young firm where our resources are stretched, we one option is to actually spray and pray, right, where you go and chase every single
Mm-hmm.
capability. But Microsoft and Azure has been significantly different from a data and AI capability standpoint, and today they
Mm-hmm.
are leaps ahead in terms of some of its best competition in terms of data and AI. NeoStats decided to focus and specialize only on Microsoft, given our focus on data and AI, and the fact that transformation is indeed a lot cloud-based from a platform perspective. Yeah. Today, because of that, we are actually a Fabric featured partner. I think we are one of the very, very few Fabric featured partners in UAE, headquartered in UAE. We are a specialist partner in analytics, AI, and we are across the other capabilities, anything from digital to app to security. Now, that has helped us build a lot of well wishers, and that has built trustworthy customers through Microsoft. So, for example, if some of the largest banks are actually our customers. Largest insurers are our customer. The
Mm-hmm.
Parliament of South Africa is our customer. The Judiciary Council of Nigeria is our customer. Now that has happened only because of this demonstrated expertise, our ability to specialize, focus, and prove value through some of these things. And I think the growth today, a lot is actually due to our focus on Microsoft and the kind of tools that we actually embrace
Mm-hmm.
for innovation.
Okay, understood. And can you share one or two like real world examples where new stats deliver transformative outcomes, so that our audience can take notes? Mhm.
Absolutely. So something that I like is, for example, judiciary. And even in India, if you can imagine, we
Mhm.
always say justice delayed is justice denied.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine you go to a court, you go through a hearing process, there is the defendant, you
Mhm.
submit your documents, they submit their documents,
Mhm.
notes are proposed. After the process and everything is done, the judge and the judge alone can make a verdict. Yeah.
Okay.
Now that's a process that takes, for example, in this particular case, we supported one of the largest countries in the world
Mhm.
in its judiciary council, and that used to take around 8 to 12 weeks for the judge because nobody else could help him. He
Mhm.
had to look at all the historical judgments. He has to look at the entire penal code. He has to read through all these documents that were summarized and
Mhm.
then come up with the verdict.
Mhm.
Imagine agentic AI can do that for you. AI can read through every single document, look
Mhm.
at all the historical judgments, look at the penal code,
Mhm.
and give judge a fully well-crafted, summarized document, citing the case, giving the verdict, and
Mhm.
then enable the judge to make the changes. Now that cuts down 8 to 12 weeks to just a couple of hours. Right? That's one thing that we've done remarkably well, and it's probably one of the best in terms of how we leverage agentic AI.
Hmm.
The other thing that we increasingly find is insurance. In fact, one of the largest insurers in South Africa, uh, imagine that there's a low value medical claim that has happened.
Hmm.
So you
Hmm.
submit your document asking for a claim, which is in the form of a document.
Hmm.
After that, a human has to actually go through it, decide how much to pay, how much not to pay. Imagine there is agentic AI that can actually look at the documents that you submit, look at your policy, look at
Hmm.
the payment that is due, look at whether or not that claim should be paid,
Hmm.
connect to the payment system, and make an automated payment. So these are some of the use cases where we genuinely see value coming out of AI and agentic AI.
Amazing. And if we have to ask, like, how do you think that businesses should prepare today for this new era of AI maturity? So, what would be that?
And all organizations indeed are, in my opinion, embracing for that. Today, AI is very much a trusted advisor, right? I think, or the word trusted is a little debatable, but is very much an advisor.
Hmm.
I genuinely think that across time, as time evolves, agentic AI will move from being co-pilots or advisors to more like co-workers. They will be actually executing things on our behalf or alongside us. Now, who are the winners in this, right? The winners in this are going to be those who are building trustworthy data and AI foundations that are set for scale. So
Hmm.
not just actually building one or two use cases, but building a modern data platform that actually combines all the data that the organization can actually provide in
Hmm.
a clean, unified, trusted format. The ability to have governance mechanism both on the data side and on the AI side, so that
Hmm.
whatever is being produced is reliable and ethical and regulatory compliant. You need to have intelligence system that can effectively harness this, and you need to have execution systems that can execute this to our customers and to our business, right? So this entire AI ecosystem that comprises of data, intelligence, and action,
Hmm.
that can be a little more trustworthy in terms of the foundation, and
Hmm.
that is set to scale. The organization that can embrace that kind of journey,
Hmm.
and that they are the ones I think that will succeed in future.
Amazing. And with that, I believe that it's time to wrap up the conversation. But before doing so, can you just share any sort of a message that you would like to be conveyed through this platform to our viewers out there?
No, I think perhaps the entrepreneurship journey for me has also been humbling, and I'm sure a lot of folks today, especially in this world where things can actually be increasingly easy to develop with the ability of genetic AI. I do expect a large number of entrepreneurs to sprung up. Um, my only guidance to them would be humble,
Mm-hmm.
hold your faith, hold your conviction. There'll be lots of reasons why and lots of explanation as to why it will not happen.
Mm-hmm.
You will find that it's so difficult, for example, in the early phase. But mark my words, I mean, if it was too easy, somebody else would have actually done it already. The fact that you are actually in a journey, the fact that you are in a era that can actually make some of these journeys very, very easy is a
Mm-hmm.
really good thing. So hold your conviction, stay true, and the luck and the opportunities will soon follow.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Gino, for joining us today and providing your precious time for this interview session. And we wish you all the best for, many more success ahead. And thank you again for sharing NeoStats transformative journey with us. We hope to see you again in future, for more of such informative sessions. Till then, you take care.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thanks.